Welcome to Matazone HD Sportsnet, presented by the JMU Alumni Association. We're joined by cross-country head coach Dave Rinker for a weekly coaches show. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So we are coming off of the Paul Short run, which we had last Friday, and by all accounts, I think it was very successful. Out of 35 teams in the gold race, which we participated in, we finished fifth, and we had 3 runners, including Kathleen Stewart, Kale Strock, and Tessa Mundell, finish in the top 28 out of, I believe, 312 runners in that portion of the race. So talk about that meet.
Well, we went into the meet really believing that there were probably 4 teams that were just better than us at this stage of the game. But then after that, there was anywhere from 12 to 15 teams that you could almost just put in a cup, shake them up, and throw them out. And whatever order they landed in, that could be the order that day. And so, finishing fifth means we beat all the teams that I thought were very, very equal to us. In some cases, maybe a little better depending on the day. So I thought we had an outstanding race that day. It's really the best we've run at Paul Short, except for one team in 2010. That was an excellent, great team. So they had a good day. They followed the race plan. I'm a big believer that we figure out where we need to be at the halfway point. If you put yourself there, if you have a great day, you move up from there and you have a great finish. If you have a good day, you hold on and maybe pass a few, maybe lose a couple, but it still ends up being a very good race. If you're having a bad day, which we all have sometimes, now all of a sudden you lose a few places, but you still can fight your way through, and it's still not a really bad day from a finish standpoint. And we did that. I was real proud of the way they went out. They ran with confidence. They ran with a lot of belief in themselves, a focus. And so the whole group, all the way back through, I thought did a great job.
And prior to the Paul Short, we were supposed to have the Longwood Invitational. Unfortunately, it was canceled, so it gave you a little bit of extra time to train and rest. Did you find that to be an advantage going into the Paul Short, having that extra time?
In some ways it was. We had really trained through Longwood anyway, so what it allowed us to do was to turn around and just put a good hard workout in that day instead of a race. We were going to tempo the race and then maybe finish really fast and then try to do something. But without that, we could put into the workout I really wanted to do that day. And we went into a stretch where we've had about a 2-week very hard training cycle. And, then we backed off the week going into Paul Short to rest up. Not only to rest up for Paul Short, but just to recover from those hard 2 weeks. Then we turn around. We're going back now into about a 10-day hard training cycle. We'll back off after that, going into pre-nationals. And like I said, not only to back off of the race itself, but also to recover from the training cycle. Any kind of training methodology is a matter of work hard, then recover, work hard, and recover. And so our periods of working hard are going to start shorten as we get started closer to conference and regionals.
Yeah, and our success so far has shown. I know you're involved in the regional rankings for cross country. We're ranked 8th right now in the Southeast region. Ahead of some pretty big programs. What does that say about the success of the team?
Well, they're running very well. I look at the regionals much like the Paul Short race. I think that there are 4 teams that, maybe 5 teams that are maybe a step ahead of everybody else in the region right now. And so it really comes down to, after that, about maybe 10, 12 teams that who knows how it'll finish out. It depends on who peaks, how people stay healthy, how people progress. But I think we're as good as a lot of the teams in the region as far as that next 10 after the top 5. And it's going to be a lot of fun the rest of the way through. We're excited.
Yeah, and the next challenge is pre-nationals in Louisville, Kentucky, October 17th. What are your thoughts going into that race?
Well, they'll run 2 races there. There'll be the seeded and the unseeded section. What they'll do is wait until they see all the entries. Then the teams that are probably the top 35 or 40 teams entered in the meet will make the seeded race. Everybody will be in the unseeded. So we won't know until next week which race we're going to be running. And we'll probably be right on that edge of being in the seeded or unseeded. Whichever route we go, though, it's going to be a great experience for what we need to accomplish. If we're in the seeded race, you're talking about having, 10, 15 of the best teams in the country there. At that stage, you're going to be racing a little bit farther back. So we're looking at, okay, can we get a few runners in that top 50, 60 and race there? If we're in the unseeded race, it'll be a lot more like Paul Short. We're going to try to be a little bit farther up. Maybe we can get some women in that top 25, 30 and race from there. So whichever route we'll go, it's going to be a great preparation to get ready for the conference and the regional meet.
Gotcha. Well, we definitely look forward to seeing you guys out there on October 17th, pre-nationals. Good luck.
Thank you very much.